I want to show you guys a modification of the lunge, because sometimes the lunge itself, like the push-away lunge in the exercise library, can be challenging for people just starting out. If you don't have good stamina and strength in your quads, or if you don't have good balance, or you just can't get into the lunge, or the biggest problem I see is whenever you do the lunge, the push-away lunge, a lot of times the back toe, you need a lot of mobility at the base of that back toe. Can you zoom into that, Rebecca? Okay, you got to have ability to do this, for that big toe to flex, to dorsiflex. If you have, that's a common place for a lot of arthritis and stiffness. So what do we do if we can't drop down and get that toe mobility? Well, we still have to be able to get a good hip flexor stretch. So here's the modification. You do it kneeling, very simply. You're in the kneeling position, and all you have to do is get into that position, and you should automatically start to feel a pretty good stretch through not only the psoas muscle up high, but also in the rectus femoris muscle down low. That rectus femoris muscle is responsible for a lot of knee pain and degenerative arthritis and patellar arthritis and things like that. So it's important to get that stretched out and to have your psoas stretched out. And we're not super squeezing the glutes here either. All we're doing is imagining pushing away from the knee. Push away from the knee, and just standing here and straightening your body and bringing your pubic bone forward as if you had it connected to the floor in baby belly. You're automatically going to get a tremendous stretch through there, and you can just be in that position and breathe 3 or 4 times, and you're going to get a tremendous stretch. Now, you can one other thing. If you have knee trouble, sometimes it's helpful to go ahead and put your knee on a pillow, and that's perfectly fine to support that and to take the load off of your knee, because a lot of you, if you have knee degenerative arthritis and things like that, you need a little support there. Although that should improve as you get new muscle length in these muscles. The other way to tweak or take that little stretch to the next level is to very simply allow your body to drift forward just slightly. Okay, and that you see I'm here, I'm pushing away, and if I just allow my pubic bone to come forward, I'm not driving a squeeze with my glute muscle, I'm just letting my pubic bone drift forward, okay? And I'm just breathing and supporting myself. And all I'm going to do is, if I just start the process of leaning away just a little bit, I lean my trunk away, or I start the process of reaching away, you'll feel a lot more stretch through there. Okay, so it's good to kind of reach through that, and then send your breath into the area that you're focusing on. So whenever you breathe in, you want to send your breath down into your hip area. Okay, again, 2 to 3 nice, slow, easy breaths, and that's a good repetition. And you can do 5, 6, 7, up to 10 repetitions of that a couple of times a day. And that's going to unload your psoas muscle, unload the front of your hip, take away a lot of hip pain, and unload your back, since the psoas muscle goes in and attaches to your low back muscles, every single one of them, L1 through L5. And so a lot of people get tremendous relief from back pain just by doing this. And then we can, after you get better, we can track up and possibly start working on the standing lunge. Oh yes, I have my back toe in that position, but you can let it rest, or you can at least, I like having it up a little bit. And even you could take this is another way to increase the stretch of it, is to have something else to put under it, another pillow or something to kind of raise it up, and that will put even more stretch into the front of your thigh. Now that's getting a little more advanced, but you don't want to do something where it becomes easy and boring. You always want to push yourself just a little bit. Okay? Very good. So that's a modification for the lunge.